Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, welcome to the Scale Model Outlaw. This is your first time checking in. Thank you. Hope you like what you see. And if it's you're a repeat outlaw, well, welcome back. Today we're going to get back on our Pacer build. We've got the back half, the windows taken out, taillights Frenched in. We recently sanded off our 500 surfacer, and we've got this thing smoothed up, ready for primer. But what we're going to start with today is we're going to take the chrome off of our front bumper and our rear bumper, and by doing that we're going to put a little purple power in our jug here on our bowl here. And this is pretty easy peasy stuff, guys. I'm sure you've all seen it a million times, but just a little bit of purple power. Drop the part in there. I need a little bit more. There's some edges sticking up. I like to submerge it completely. Probably could have just tipped the bowl one way or the other, but you can reuse it. We'll put it back in our jug, save it. But this is our rear bumper. We're going to dump that in there too. Now that rear bumper came out of a 67 Camaro. Well, we're letting those guys soak for a little while. We'll take a look at what we got here. We have our front, I'm going to call it a spoiler, fascia spoiler, I guess you'd call it. That's it there. Going to go ahead and get my extra pair of eyeballs to put on so I can see. And we'll get to cleaning that up, getting the edges on it right, get it ready to be installed onto the Pacer. We will have to put the headlight piece in, I guess, for lack of better terms. We will have to put that in first to make sure that we put the bottom piece in and make it fit the way we want it to. We don't have much adjustment as far as the front headlight setup goes because it fits right in these grooves. And what I don't want is to put this, say, down here. Or is that upside down? Yeah, see what I mean? First of all, you'll need to know what way it goes. And I don't want there to be a gap between the chrome and the rest of the fairing. It should fit just right, but you could mess it up, so we don't want to do that. So what we are going to do, trim it up just a little bit. Get it where we want it, what we want to use. We want to get our sharp knife out here first. We'll come along where we nipped it off with our God hands. Clean that off. That's nice and neat. Looks like we got some smaller stuff down here that we can be trimming off. Get some of them edges out of there. A little bit of a contour line here. Get that off of there. Be careful with your knives, guys, because these things can be sharp. We used a number 11 gold blade, and it is super sharp. That purple powder will not take long to get that chrome off of those pieces. And then we can focus on getting those pieces on and then coming back to this guy, getting him put on there. Alright, got it trimmed down pretty good. So we come over here to our sandpaper. I don't need the roughest bit. Well, 180. 200 grit. There we go. Just enough to shape it up. I don't know if we talked about these files or not. I picked these up from Despay. I think that's how you pronounce it. Despay. But they work really well. Get into tight corners. Give you a nice good straight edge to work off of. If you need to grind something flat, it's a nice flat edge. Very handy. Good paper. Despay. Probably found it on eBay or somewhere. Most of the stuff I find that if I get it from Despay, it's coming from China. It takes a minute to get here. There may be some U.S. people that carry it, but my luck is my luck. I always end up getting it from China. But I suppose if I paid more attention to where I was clicking, but I pay more attention to price than I do where it comes from. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. It's Sunday afternoon. Trying to get some bench time in. Still recovering from my sickness. A little bit better, but still ain't all there. So if you hear me hawk or cough, you know I'm not dying. I just feel like I am. So that piece is ready for the body. We got our chrome pieces over here doing their thing. We probably could pull that out of there. Chrome's about off of it, but we'll let it sit for a little while longer, see if I can get it down to the white. I don't know if y'all saw the video I put out earlier today. We got all our toys put away and stuff hung up where it's supposed to be. Then decided we'd get back here and do some of what we really like to do, and that's the building part. Did pick up a new glue. I haven't used it yet. It's very similar to my Loctite, so I'm interested to see how well it works. It's supposed to be micro gel, meaning the tip's micro and it's gel glue, so we'll see how that goes. I've been whittling on my piece for my interior. Just about got it where it needs to be. Get it laid down there flat, then I'll transfer all that over to the evergreen plastic. Once I get it transferred over to there, and then it's just a matter of cutting it out, laying it up in there. Yep, that should be just right when time comes. Looking forward to that one. It's going to be a good one. As soon as we get this body done, we can actually start working on that part. Let's check in on our chrome, see how we're doing. Yep, I think that's it, boys. I think that's it. Go ahead and wipe some of the soap off of this. It don't take too long. This is an older kit too, so it'll get chrome off of it pretty quick. You'll notice on that rear bumper, it's a newer model, so the chrome's still on it, but these older ones, it comes off pretty good, and then it does make it awfully yellow, doesn't it? It's awfully yellow. Did the same thing with the rear bezels for the taillights. But not the end of the world. We're not really modifying this front headlight, turn light, centerpiece just yet. We're going to put it in, get it all put in place. And then we're going to, because we're not doing a whole lot to it, we'll French it in and kind of lose the outer part of the bezel on the turn lights. And then we're going to smooth off, get rid of the, we'll kind of lose these guys, the outer part of the bezel. That'll get Frenched into the body. And then smooth out these fins that are here and get it, just for no other reason than to look cleaner, smoothed out. Everything will be the body color until I come back, and I'll probably take black chrome, tape this off and all this, and take black chrome and do the inside of that bezel and the face of that bezel for the headlight in black chrome, leaving the rest of it body color. And of course the turn signals will be the amber, or put amber in there for that. Alright, I think just a little pre-fit in here. I'm going to do this a little different. I'm going to do one side at a time, because the body wants to stretch a little bit, or needs to be stretched a little bit. So that being said, I'm going to use my Loctite Blue Gel glue. I really like super glue. Works very well. I've had good luck with it. There's guys that use it, guys that don't. It's not my only glue that I use, but it is pretty much my primary choice. Got some fitment issues here. That fit in there just a second ago, but it doesn't want to fit in there now. Let's see which end is causing the problem, because I know it ain't that end. We have a little bit of burr up here on our body, because that did not want to go in. Oh, yep, I see it. Let's get us a square, flat. There we go. Sanding stick. Just big enough to fit in there. Yeah, I sees it. We'll make some room. We'll make some room for it. It went together the first time. And apparently, I wasn't looking close enough, because when I put it back together with glue, it did not want to go. That's alright, we'll fix that too. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Alright, let's see if it fits in there better this time. Not behave. Well, I guess we'll continue to whittle on this then. That's part of it. You gotta make it right. If it don't fit right, you gotta make it fit right. Can't have it looking like turds. Turd-free zone, right, guys? Yes, I'm still a little loopy from medication, so if I say something foolish, just laugh along with me like it's normal. Been carrying it around. Tomorrow be Monday, so Monday last week is when it first started. So tomorrow I guess it'll be technically a week, but Tuesday is the real day. A week ago Tuesday I wasn't moving. Laying in that daggone bed. Thought I was dying. Let's see if we get a little more contour out of it now. I don't know that it's not fitting correctly as much as I'm flushing in there anyway, so it's an old kit, guys, and they definitely don't match up perfect, but we got to get it in there right because we don't want it sticking out. It can be recessed a little. That probably would help us a little with our plan, but we definitely don't want it sticking out. The only way to get it back down is to take away detail, and we don't want to take away detail. We're going with that, guys. We clean this old glue out of here. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much better. Alright, let's try this again. I'm gonna be honest with you, I might have took more than I needed to out of there. Alright, we'll make it work, but bring that down a little bit. I just don't like how that bumper sticks out past that front fender. I mean, our spoiler is going to come in and cover some of that. I don't know, but we'll let that dry a minute. Then get to the other side. Yeah, I know super glue is, some people don't like super glue, some people do like super glue. I've had good luck with it. If I'm doing a seam, use it all, but we've got a little bit of every kind of glue you can think of. But putting that grill in there starts to make it really look like a pacer. Let's see if I can find the hood. We'll be able to slap the hood on it after we glue the other side. That'll really make it look like a pacer. That's so cool. That's the hood for it, so We'll get the other side glued on. That'll dang sure make it pacery. But I specifically wanted to keep those front headlights just to make it that much of a pacer. We're changing it up, but staying true to its roots, if that's the correct terminology. The super glue gel does take just a little bit longer to dry, so it gives you more time to do what you got to do. And it don't take much because it's gel. Don't take much anyway because it's super glue. There we go. A little bit of a gap there, but we'll fill that in with our putty. Smooth all that out of there. Let's see if we can get our hood on. Let's say there's a little bit of a ridge on there, but not much. I don't know if it'll hang on by the headlights or not. No, it won't stay up there. Once you put the tub in, I think the tub, well, it's got hinges too, so sits on them. Go ahead and get that hardened up already, pretty close. Yeah. This side we had to doctor a little bit. This side went together much better. But you can still see the crease in there on this one. I'm most likely just going to use the white Valero putty. In fact, that's what we'll move to next. Yeah, sorry about the coughs, guys. Said I'm not doing well. Getting better, but not there yet. Lay this stuff in there, fill in them cracks. Make sure to put it in a little heavy because it's water-based. It will shrink. I can use some of this to help me with my contour there as well. I know it's a bunch, right? But we're going to use it for twofold. We use it to fill in that gap a little bit. We can use our paper, sandpaper, to sand it down and get it where we want. And then the line around the outside, we'll be getting rid of that. Yeah, buddy. And once all that dries up, we'll move to this, but that putty's going to need a chance to dry, so we might be calling it another time out until this putty dries. Now over here, we'll go ahead and just fill in this putty. We'll do this one a little different. Put it in there fat. And then take something like a credit card or, hey, how about this piece of cardboard right here? Take that piece of cardboard and see if I can't smooth it in. Like I said, all we're trying to do is fill in them lines. I don't want the vent to be there, the lines to be there. Just want it to be solid. All one solid piece. Just cleans it up, makes it look better, I think. It'll shrink up, and I'll probably have to add more to it, but worst case scenario, we'll get the red stuff out, but I think we can make this work. That's what we're going to roll with for now and see what happens. Alright guys, we're going to have to let that dry before we can move any further ahead. I'm really not ready for anything else, so I think we're going to let you go and do your thing. But as always, before we sign out, don't forget, check out scalefinishes.com. Get all your paint supplies, sandpapers, flocking, you name it, they got it. Mid paints, which is your pearls and your color changing paints. They've got engine codes, engine color paint, factory color paint, House of Colors paint, metal paint, aircraft paint, you name it, they got it. Go check them out. Fill your cart up full of their awesome products. Go to the bottom and punch in Outlaw 10. That's Outlaw 10 in cap letters, and get you a 10% discount. Well, we hope you like what you see. Please hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, hit the like button, and share the video with your friends. Alright guys, y'all be safe out there, and we'll talk to you next time.